if you're watching our podcast on YouTube, then please click the subscribe
It's just
button.
there.
It's just there.
Is it that side?
And then maybe pop over to Helen and my YouTube page, and you can subscribe there if you like. But there's no pressure. It's one of these. It's one of these.
Oh, it is pressure. You must subscribe and you must like every video. Thank you. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, goodbye. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. And I pity any girl who isn't me today. Is that right? Do. I haven't watched that in ages. I need to watch it. Welcome. Welcome to Trusty Hogs. It's episode 108.
Sorry, just getting our admin done there before. Yes,
Yes.
yes. I'm also feeling pretty and gay.
You are so
but I
pretty
mean it in a
today.
different
Like, you're
way.
always pretty, but you're so pretty
You're nice.
today.
It's because I painted my face.
We pretty girls.
You're nice. We are pretty girls. I'm trying to do that like dopamine dressing.
Talk to me.
Apparently, it's just like mood wise. If you're feeling like blah, I'm not trying to do it consciously, but I just this morning I guess unconsciously was
It's
like,
mid-November, I got
it's
it.
so dark out.
Yeah.
Let's fucking put on some bright colours
Yes,
and cheer
please.
ourselves up that way. Apparently, it helps. I don't know.
It's actually worked. I feel like in a really good mood, and maybe that's because you're wearing pink.
But then the most together, like seemingly like good, like incredibly like happy and capable people in my life always just wear monochrome. So maybe that's the most. Maybe I should do efficiency dressing.
But they can wear monochrome because you're wearing pink. So
Talked
you're
myself out of
giving
it
them
so
the hair.
fast. You're right.
You own this, okay?
Okay.
It's mid-November. We're going to question everything we're doing,
Okay,
okay?
fine.
Until May next year.
God, I can't wait for it. No, March,
It's,
March, because we might be in the sun then.
Maybe we
Fingers
might be in
crossed,
Australia.
fingers
We
crossed,
don't know.
fingers
We don't know.
crossed.
My
Okay,
fear
I'm
is...
sorry, go on.
Oh, no. So, if anyone who's new here, hi, I'm Helen Bauer. This is Catherine Bohart. We're comedians. We're doing a
Slow
podcast
down.
where we chat and then we have on the amazing
Slow
UROOJ
down.
ASHFAQ. Yay. Sorry. Do you want to do it slower?
Oh, you know I can't speak slowly.
Okay, I'll try it slower. Hi, for anyone new.
Hello there.
Welcome to the ASMR podcast of the sexy ladies talking.
Wow, it's just a pretty chill podcast called Trusty Hogs. Don't worry about it.
And my name's Helen Bauer.
And I'm Catherine Bohart.
We're incredibly good-looking, pretty, funny, upbeat women.
Don't Google us.
Do not look at our faces.
No.
And we're going to be chatting, and
Yeah.
then we're going to be chatting with the very funny, very adorable, very Catherine-like UROOJ ASHFAQ.
Oh, she's great.
Oh, she's great.
She's so great.
But until then,
Until then.
we're just going to have a catch up. Is that okay with you, dear listener?
Yeah, is that all right with
Who
you?
knows where you are right
Why
now?
are you being aggressive?
Are you in the UK? Is it raining?
Listen, just have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Are you on a plane? Is it going well?
I literally can't keep this up. Isn't that astonishing? Like, it makes me feel more nervous to try to be calm. What's that about?
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them. Or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
Hey, speaking of things that I'm doing in the dark to make things... No, that made it sound... No, that's not what I meant.
No, it is.
No, it's not. When I was in Scotland, I'm like, for my mood, it was so dark. I honestly, like, truly can't stress this enough. I can't believe how dark it was already at the end of October in Scotland. Fair play to all of you who do it. It was like getting dark at 3 p.m. It was crazy. But by day 2, I was like, I have not seen any sunlight. Like, I need something. Even I was going outside and I still wasn't getting any sunlight. I was like, I need something to lift my mood. So you know how I do FS8 Pilates, and sometimes I do F45, the cardio and like speed.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, let me go to F45 in Edinburgh.
The Scottish version.
Oh,
Welcome to Scottish
my
Pilates.
God.
Let's fucking stretch.
it wasn't the Pilates. It was the
Everyone. Savasana.
I wish it was that. It was the like boot camp Saturday like weights and cardio class. It was
so
in
good.
an industrial estate. The guy who runs it is so nice, and his whole class was, first of all, it was like in Oxford Street. You go in and you grab like a tiny warm like fresh towel, and you fill your water. There's like locker space. Everything's serene. They're like, as soon as you get in there, someone's like, "Hi, welcome to F45." You're like, okay, I'm in. Scotland, in a way, much more endearing. You walk in and it was Halloween weekend, not Halloween day. So they themed all the classes Halloween. You went in and they were like, do you want a tail? You're like, huh? And they're like, do you want a tail for the class? And it's just like a cat tail or a tiger tail. And I was like, and the guy's like, I'll be out in a minute, I'm just painting my kids' faces. And I was like,
This is incredible.
except like obviously in Scottish accent, which I can't really do, and I was like, is this like what is this? And then it was the single most intense exercise class I have ever done in my life. Scottish people are way too
Surrounded
accustomed.
by people with cat ears on.
They were all dressed up, but also they're way too accustomed to pain. Like it was in Oxford Street, they're selling you an experience. In Scotland, they're getting shit done.
Well, they're probably training for the Highland Games.
They genuinely looked like they were fighting, like they were prepping to fight for Scottish independence. These guys were fucking tanks.
And they'll get it this time.
They were tanks. And they, in London, they're like, get it, girls, that's it, you're doing amazing. In Scotland, they just look at you, like deep in your soul, and you're like, I'll keep going, I'm sorry. Like you're letting them down. It was the most intense class I've ever been to.
Did you love it?
I loved every second of it, obviously. It was also, they just like don't do heating. It was absolutely freezing. But then as soon as you obviously get going, you're fine. But it was just a very different experience. And the class was called SoCal. So in London, everyone's like, it's like the Californian workout. And in Scotland, like, SoCal. And you really,
you can do
it. It really feels like they're starting a conversation, like, SoCal. You've let us all down. And you're like, oh God. It's so stressful, but it was fun. And I didn't understand any of the instructions, so I just had to follow the woman beside me, and she didn't always know what was going on either. Anyway, it helped my mood.
That actually sounds really fun.
It was so intense. And also, like, they're just badasses. I was like,
I think I just want to do Scottish exercise classes. Maybe that's all I actually want to do.
Oh my God, you would have found the men. They're so attractive.
It's like going to like a Northern Irish like yoga class. Like how good is that going to be? Like, yes, fucking
Cat
please.
Cat Kai.
Yeah.
That would be
Welcome to a sound bath in Germany.
Yeah, pretty intense.
It'd be incredible.
But like you can't
lie down and relax. My fucking arm, Jesus Christ, Yanina.
I'm sorry. Fine, I'll do what you say. But yeah, it was a whole different experience, but the same class. But I still really enjoyed it, and would recommend if you need like a kick up the ass in Scotland. Yikes!
I do not want to kick up the ass for at least 6 months.
What happened?
No,
why did I ask?
No, I haven't been kicked up the ass. I just want to be. I want to be.
You've been kicked up the ass. I was like, what's happened?
I want to be covered in blankets.
Oh right, okay. Phew. I assumed we were talking injury just based on your personality and every experience I've had with you.
No, my ass is feeling so good at the moment.
Whoo, that's a relief to hear.
Like, yeah, sure, a bit hairy, a bit spotty.
No more details. No further details.
I just want to be like a little princess. I want to just go home and hold a plastic wand and wear a little tiara and just, sit there with my cushions and my blankies and put on my TV show, even though I've been watching a lot of really weird stuff recently.
Like what?
Plane. Watch Plane.
What's playing?
I don't know. Sunil was like, we've got to watch Plane. And it was like 10 p.m. at night. And I was like, how long is it?
TV show or movie?
Movie. And he was like, it's an hour and 47 minutes. And I went, absolutely doable. Let's do it.
Made in the 90s. I miss films being an hour and a half or an hour 45.
No, it's not made in the night. It's literally made just now. And he was like, it's going to be good. It's going to be good, Helen, because there's 5 production companies involved. So it's going to be an absolute banger. And he was like, this one is Gerard Butler's production company. I was like, is he in it? He went, he's the lead. Yeah. So it's a story it's called Plane.
Yep, got it.
And
I-N or N-E?
Sunil was like, when it comes up and it says the name of the film, you have to say it.
Is it bland or
N-E.
is it... Okay, it's an...
And the screen went black and the writing in white went, Plane! And he went, say plane! And we were like laughing our heads off. And then it's about Gerard Butler. Okay?
Uh-huh.
He's not playing himself. And he's a pilot. And he's on the phone with his daughter.
Why would he be playing himself? He's an actor.
No, he's not playing himself.
I know, but why would
it
he
is
be?
Gerard Butler.
I don't know.
Like, John Malkovich.
But he's not old enough to appear as himself and everything yet.
Not yet, no.
Soon, 10 years
soon,
from
maybe
now.
Yeah,
oh,
maybe,
yeah.
Maybe soon. And he's a pilot and he calls his daughter and he's like, I'm in Singapore. I'll see you for New Year's. And it's like New Year's Eve and it's like, she's in like Canada. It's like, he's never going to make it. They get on the plane malfunctions and they land on an island. And then Gerard Butler just like shoots people and runs around with guns. And then he doesn't make it for New Year's, but he gets there in the end. Plane.
It sounds plain.
It's brilliant.
It sounds like a plain old man film.
Highly recommend it.
I just wish they'd just call some films what they are, which is like man film, man show. I like in the same way that like I don't need you to describe. Like just tell me what Lady Sunday movie is.
Oh my
Ladies
God.
on Sunday. Yep.
I want
Lady
that.
Christmas. Yep.
Have
Fine.
you seen the latest man TV show?
Which one?
Opal Hunters. Australian Outback Opal Hunters.
Sorry, Helen. No, wait. You can't act like that's the obvious answer to that. Like, I should just know that that's the most current man
you not
show.
seen Opal
it's
Hunters?
so niche. It's not like you're thinking of like a new big hit. You're like, that's so niche. What are you talking about?
Well, I think our algorithm got fucked because remember like a couple of months ago you were telling me to watch Alone.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you love it?
I
Okay.
did.
The English one or the Canadian one?
The
American
one. Well, okay, they were English, but they were in Canada.
Yeah.
I did, but like I think from my survival shows, I want there to be more interpersonal dynamics of people like just falling out.
You want Lord of the Flies, you don't want...
I think I do.
Okay.
I want what we had when we were growing up on
You don't want Moby
T4, not Survivor. Shipwrecked. Do you remember when it was the tigers versus the
Shipwrecked,
sharks?
yes.
And it was like
I
it
love
was
Survivor,
mainly
though.
surviving, but it was also like fucking and arguing and falling out and voting people out.
I have to say, I was such a Survivor stan. I've seen
you
so
seen
many
the
of
new
those series.
series?
The one with Joel Dommett, not yet. I'm so
watched
excited.
the first
I'm
2 episodes.
so excited. I absolutely love Survivor, but I do think there's something about the American cutthroat culture of like you got to get ahead, that I will miss in a British version, but I'm sure it brings its own nuance to
There's still a lot of nastiness between the Brits, but the American need to win on reality TV. I mean, we all remember where we were, like the moment Michael Jackson died, the place we were when Diana died, and the place we were when we first watched Fear Factor. You know, those are the 3 famous things.
You've got a lot of Michael Jackson on your mind.
The first time you went to. I know, what's happening?
It's a second reference, and I don't want any part of it.
It's the second time I said Michael Jackson today.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, that's 4.
That's 4 now. Yeah, God.
MJ,
Nice.
5.
Please
Or
stop.
is that the Kardashian
Please
matriarch?
make it stop.
Okay.
Oh, MJ, she's so nice. She's so nice. And she wears such a lovely cigar pant. Doesn't she rock a cigar pant like nobody's business?
She does.
What were we saying?
Fear Factor.
Nope, that's not what I was saying.
No, it definitely was. But that's the American need to win. Do you remember this show?
Yeah, I
I'm sure
remember it.
listeners
I
will.
remember
So
it.
basically, it's like you go on and you're in teams, in like duos, and then you're put in the most terrifying situations, and the point is just don't be scared and you'll win.
Yeah.
But it was like hang off this building and grab this star, or like be locked in a basement with rats and don't cry, and that was the entire thing.
Yeah. It's all of the challenges from I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here with like zero compassion.
And no career in presenting at the end of it.
Yeah, like exactly. You're not even like building a brand. So bizarre. Hey,
I'm gonna watch Fear Factor when I get home tonight.
you really
actually.
should.
I do miss it.
Before you do, you were telling me that you never told me about in Ireland when you said you'd met some Irish women who were all of a type. What did you mean?
I met some Catherines.
Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Go on.
Well, it's just like sometimes I'll be doing a gig and people come up afterwards and be like, "Oh, I'm a hog," and I'll be like, "Amazing," and they'll be like, "I'm a Helen," and I'll be like, "Fucking yeah," and then we just sort of like dribble and cough
Coughing
at
each
each
other's
other.
mouth.
I was like,
You're squeezing their boobs.
and I'm like, "Do you know not to eat pessaries?" And they're like, "I do now." Like it's just like we're just sort of like we're just all confused, like sharing liquid. We're just all over the place.
oh, don't say liquid.
And then every now and again, someone will be like, just wanted to say hello. Don't come too close. I'm a Catherine, and it's just really sweet because sometimes when I meep a Catherine,
We're more of them Catherines in Ireland.
yeah,
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
there's more Catherines in Ireland.
We're
But I
a
think
worried gang.
It's just this culturally, there's so much guilt and shame around things that maybe
We're
I
guilty,
don't have.
we're shameful, we're concerned, we're worried.
Oh, for me particularly though, the amount of concern in the audience.
Concerned is our vibe. We're very concerned. We're very worried. We're very anxious.
Yeah.
We're very certain of other people and their space. We've got things to do. We're busy.
Not all of you were certain,
Were they all
so.
busy as well? They seem like I think Catherines are busy gals. But I think that is
But
that's a
they're
standard
busy
Irish
doing
woman.
busy work.
But that's an Irish woman. Like that's not even a Catherine. I think I'm one of many in Ireland.
Yeah.
No Helens?
Well, a couple of the Catherines brought their Helens.
Oh.
And then they'd sort of they'd introduce themselves, say, "I'm a Catherine." And then they'd be like, say to their Helen, like, "I'm going to go to the bar. Do you want anything?" And the Helen would be like, "Oh,
A bottle of wine and a straw.
and then they'd leave me and the other Helen to weeble. Like, weeble around together. And then the Catherine would go and get the drinks.
Yeah.
And the Catherine would come back and try and join in the conversation, and we'd be like
Screaming.
yeah, knee deep in like, but how do you dress up a hamster? Like important conversation. But it's just nice to have like, it's nice to know that the Catherines, like multiple, not just you, but the other Catherines support little Helen.
Yeah.
And I hope that the Helens come and see you, and you're not too. I hope you're kind to the little Helens. They don't spit on you or anything.
I hope the Helens come to see me. The Helens are such great audience members. You know what I mean? Like the Catherine's. Well, I am a bad audience member. I'm actually a good audience member.
No, you're a good audience.
I have a really big laugh. That is certain. And
you always wave back.
Really, and I really genuinely want everyone to do well. So like, I am like, come on, I'm rooting for you. But I also do think there's like a little part of my brain that will always be running through a to-do list of things that I need to be doing or could be doing anytime I'm having fun. And with like TV, I can at least like do another job at the same time. So I guess I get a bit stressed by the lack of.
But that's your brain. That's how your
just
brain
yeah, my
works.
brain's there, I guess. But Helen's just seem to be like really in the moment and enjoying themselves.
Wait, so when you watch TV, do you ever just like phone down and just watch it?
If I'm like doing my nails or cooking something or on my laptop.
But do you ever just sort of go like, because I find this really hard to like genuinely just sit and watch a show. I find it so tricky.
The only time I do that is if I'm watching something with somebody, and is even and only then usually Ellen, because she is the only one who feels comfortable being like, it's not phone time. That was not a very good impression of my girlfriend. No, I don't know why I just became like 1990s male comedian. My wife, like, no, she's just like, hey babe, will we have a nice time? Like, I'm sorry, that was crazy.
Well, then don't you feel like you miss so much stuff on the
myself.
TV show or the film because you're like distracted?
Oh yeah, no, my attention span is dog shit.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear, it's so bad. I would like to take up knitting.
Talk to me.
Because I think it's something to do with my hands that feels productive, but it's just like brain off and means I can enjoy what I'm watching or listening to. And it just looks so soothing.
You could knit me a jumpy.
I'd love to knit you a jumper. Maybe I should get some nice wool and some nice knitting needles. Oh, and also...
Actually, knitting so suits your personality.
Don't you think? I'd be so cute.
Could you imagine like balling up the wool and colour coding it in a basket? Zing! Sorry, I'm so sorry. That's a callback to last week.
You can't do callbacks to last week. But there are self-striping sock wools. Did you know this?
Wait, what are you talking about?
You follow the pattern. The material itself will create a stripe if you follow the pattern.
Ooh.
Astonishing. Wow, what a time.
I don't know if I want you to knit me socks.
Well, what if I want to make them for someone else? Am I exclusively knitting for you now?
Ideally,
Do I work for you now? What's supposed to be my hobby?
I'd love a jumper.
Okay.
What would I like on it? You know the ones where it's like 3D patterns? Like, so like...
Helen, I've just learned to knit in this scenario.
No. Can I tell you what I want, though?
Why don't you just pick a colour?
How about one with a sheep on it,
Just
and the
pick a
sheep
colour.
is woolly?
Just pick a colour.
And it's...
in many ways...
green!
Okay, it'll be green, and in many ways it'll be of a sheep. Here's what I was going to say. You know how the way you say send gifties?
Yes.
Okay, well, can I ask for a request for, like, what's not gifts, but like... something that helps you send aid, I guess, like send help. Send help okay, so here's what I'm saying to you is
send help to regions in the world
what
that
I'm saying,
need it,
send
I think
dad
is what-
stuff, I guess is what I'm look,
What do you
my
need?
dad doesn't live here, and this will be my first winter I'm going into with as a car owner.
Yes.
And somebody tweeted, I think it was Mary Fox tweeted to be like, here are things you'll need for your car, but they were sort of American references, and I was suddenly like, I don't know what those are, and also shit, I don't know what to do. Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew, I don't know what to
Hello.
do if my car is cold. Okay, so you know how
Put
in this
the heating
no,
on, you
I'm not.
fucking
I'm not
idiot.
done. Wait. The heating, obviously, when I'm in the car, that will get rid of the fog. Yes, the heat will get rid of the fog. Is that right?
Yeah.
The steam or whatever.
Condensation.
But condensation. Thank you,
Women can do anything.
Helen.
Sorry.
Let me ask my dad questions. When I go outside
Yeah.
and it's all frosted over.
So ideally, if you can leave a little bit earlier, so that you can start your car and have the heating on, so before
Right.
you leave,
Okay.
get an ice scraper. You can also get like de-icing spray and stuff like that.
About to say there is a
and you can
de-icer.
also put de-icer specifically into your windscreen wiper things, fluid. So yeah, there's a few things you can do to mitigate it.
Okay, and how often should I be checking my fluid, would you say?
That's a question for your doctor.
It's good stuff. But no, seriously.
Well, check your oil regularly every month or so.
Every month?
Every month I check my oil.
Wow,
yeah.
I have not checked it since I bought my car.
Oh God, yeah. Please check your oil. Do you know how to check your oil? We'll have a conversation off podcast.
Isn't it?
It's a dipstick, yeah.
I know that
I
from
bought my
TV
car in
shows.
March.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
dear.
you probably need
May.
an oil change, and you should check that. Yeah.
Andrew, because she's just a helpless woman.
Will the car not just tell me if it needs oil? It won't say
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, but by the time the emergency light comes on, it's a little bit like, oh, this is like dangerously out of oil.
Oh, Andrew, I think you should go to Catherine's.
I'm very alarmed.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Just check it within this week, I'd say.
I have to email myself to do that. That's terrifying. I didn't. Oh, I
What
didn't.
happens if your oil runs out? Oh, it's not petrol, is it? Your engine's fucked. Catherine, your engine might be fucked. Oh no, what are you going to do then? You're going to be a bus wanker. Bus wanker. For anyone who hasn't seen The In-Betweeners, that is a very funny reference I just made. I actually watched The In-Betweeners again the
Wow, I
other day.
really need to check my car.
Yeah, you really do. That
Car
feels
friends.
important.
No,
Car
but I
friend.
should.
Oh, friend!
No, but oh shit. I'm really worried about the oil situation now.
Honestly, it'll be okay. You probably have got several more months of it, but it's just worth checking. Especially because I know you don't drive like loads, do you?
Well, I've done 3,000 miles.
Yeah, you should be okay, but double check it. Double check.
Okay.
Tell you what you should do. Write into MTV. Ask them to bring back Pimp My
Right
Ride.
into MTV.
Yeah.
I'm the old person here.
And
Right
then
into MTV.
Write a
P.O. box.
letter to MTV. P.O. Box MTV. Music television for any of the new kids. New kids being young people. You're newer on the earth. And ask them to bring back Pimp My Ride. They do everything. I mean, they'd probably spray paint a leprechaun on the side of the car. But it would. But
with a microphone.
Yeah.
They always had their hobby somehow involved in their car.
Oh, that leprechaun
Why?
that I sent you, the leprechaun that sits in the pot of gold and goes, I must be Irish because my money be Dublin. Like, it's just funny. Okay, should we bring on our guest?
I think that's for the best.
I love you so much, though.
I love you too.
Who loves you?
Helen.
Who loves Helen?
Please, we're not gathered.
Please.
Welcome to Trusty Hogs.
UROOJ ASHFAQ! Hello, welcome to the plugging section. Do not skip it. On March 2nd next year, I will be doing my show one last time at the Earth in Hackney.
Pretty
It's
cool.
a massive venue. It's like 700 seaters. And when you go on the ticket link to buy a ticket, which you must, please, it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to be doing a split bill with Olga Cox. So she'll be doing an hour. I'll be doing an hour. We're going to design some cocktails. It's going to be the ultimate night out. Please join us. Tickets are available now.
We are all coming to Leicester on the 10th of February, so you can see every single hog as a solo stand-up, and you can also see Trusty Hogs live, starting at 12:30 with Helen's show. Then I'm on at 1:30, 2 o'clock at Duffy's. Then Catherine's at 3:30, so you can see us all back to back. Then there's a bit of a gap until Trusty Hogs live at 9:45. I'm also doing a work in progress at 8:30, but prioritise those first four because that'll be your big day out.
Yeah.
10th of February, Leicester Comedy Festival.
Hydrate on that
Yes,
day.
yeah.
Hello, it's Catherine. Also, please don't skip this. I know it's promo and it's boring, but here I am. I'm going on tour with a show called Again with Feelings. And my tour is going to be in London Soho Theatre for 2 weeks in March. And then I'm going to Brighton, Aldershot, Edinburgh, Glasgow, York, Newcastle, Norwich, Winchester, Cambridge, Oxford, Bath, Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, Liverpool, Sheffield, Exeter, Corsham, Bristol, Coventry, Guildford, Portsmouth, Swindon, Dublin, and again in London. In October, I'm doing a big date at Bloomsbury Theatre. My point is, I'm trying my best. I'm coming to lots of places. I'd love to see you there. I think the show's pretty damn good.
And shout out to all the Hampshire girlies. Please go see Catherine in Pompey and in Aldershot as we call it, and support her. I want her to love Hampshire as much as I do.
And Winchester's in Hampshire, isn't it?
I don't count it.
Why am I doing
wow.
so many dates
Thank you so much.
in Hampshire?
Because it's a
Yeah.
gorgeous county.
Hi, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great. You were here for a week of shows at Soho?
Yes.
1 week?
1 week, and then I'm back in Jan.
Great for a UK tour?
Yes, for a UK tour.
Who on earth tricked you into starting a UK tour in the cold depths of January?
Oh no, it was Soho Theatre. They tricked me.
Fucking
Guys.
bastards.
Why? Where Where will you be coming from? The heat of?
Of Mumbai.
Oh my god. That's gonna be a shock. Do you have a coat?
I got one yesterday.
Yeah.
It's really cold now for me.
Oh, sweet angel.
I'm really worried about January.
I'm worried about you.
You're gonna need a second coat, is what I'm saying to you.
Do you have any thermals yet?
I'll get some thermals and
For
come
sure.
here in Any other tips? Coat thermals.
Well, where are you going on your tour?
Leeds, Manchester, Birmingham, Milton Keynes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So here's what I'd get. Okay, I call it longy.
Oh my
and
God.
It's my favourite thing I own. It's a hot water bottle, but it's long. Okay, and you can like hold it from along your whole body and put it in between your legs. So like on the vagina, between the breasts, you'll warm your entire body. Because you know hot water bottles usually you just get warmed in one section, and then you have longy, and then you can fill that up at the venue as you're leaving, and then you can get on the train with longy. And then if you don't want people to know that you've got longy on, you tie it round your midriff like a belt, and then you put your coat over it.
Also really good for periods, that particular move.
But don't like always have knickers on as well.
Oh my god, Helen!
No, but you.
Helen,
A rouge might not know. I don't want to be a dick.
she knows to bring pants for
But you
your
said
show.
you've had loads of vaginal infections. I don't know whether that's because of a non-pants
all
thing.
air.
Sometimes I do not have knickers on. So
Yeah,
thank
me
you
too.
so much.
Do you sleep fully naked as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's really hot in Mumbai,
Yeah.
so you can afford to.
I've been. It's very hot.
It's really
It's
hot.
very hot. And then I
Helen,
went
why were
north
you
in
in
India
Mumbai?
and it got very cold.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually went because my friend was getting married and then the wedding got called off. And I was classic Gitanjali.
Do you know why the wedding got called off?
Great
Yeah.
question.
It wasn't love. It wasn't love and she knew it and she was sort of going along with it.
She waited for you all to fly there before
And
she
then-
decided to know it all of
Well,
a
it was
sudden?
just me and like two friends who were like coming along to India with me, but they weren't invited to the wedding. Like I was her like close friend here,
So
like
you
in
were
London.
You were the only one. Did she pay for your flights?
No, but I was like, I'll make a holiday of it. Also, I'd never been to an Indian wedding. I thought it'd be amazing.
And now you
now
never
you-
have.
And I still haven't.
Just haven't. Oh no.
But she realised it wasn't love. But then I was like, oh, I might as well make a holiday of this. So I spent 3 months,
What?
not just in Mumbai,
Okay.
but I went to, where did I go for Christmas? It was really cold.
Did you go to Jaipur, Rajasthan?
Yeah, oh, come on. Obviously, a city that's pink and a city that's blue. Yes, please. And then,
You're gonna have the same reaction when you go to Milton Keynes. I can just feel
Yeah.
it.
Yes, I've
Actually-
heard about the indoor ski slope.
Yes!
Yes.
It's so good.
I love that you're so excited. Maybe you will actually have a nice time, but probably not.
It's all new for me.
The food in Birmingham's amazing.
Yes.
So good.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, although maybe if you're actually from India, you'll be like,
But
no.
there must be a lot of Pakistani food as well.
Okay, yeah, presumably.
And
yeah.
I don't have access to that because
Nice.
of the famous
Because
you know,
of the-
rivalry between
Yeah.
our countries.
I know about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's all the English's fault. Bloody hell, we were all
the
shame.
English, am I right?
Shame.
Yeah,
But
no, for
also
real.
lovely train stations. You know that one in Mumbai? What's it called, the main station there?
Victoria Terminus.
Victoria.
But also we changed it
Oh, no, when?
to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus.
Say that.
One of our guys.
Say that.
Why you change it?
Say it back.
No, God, no.
Because we were like, you know what, Victoria?
Yeah.
You've done enough damage. We're going to reclaim our history and we're going to lie straight through our teeth about who made this.
Yes.
Fucking
Love
great.
that.
And we've renamed all the monuments after dudes.
Yeah, India,
that's
India.
They're brown, but they're still men.
It's sort of progress.
It's a step in the right direction.
It sure is.
You can just not be on the side of the Britishers and you're good. You've got
No,
all
they
the
were
brown.
I'm Irish.
Terrible.
We're good. We're
Oh
good.
yeah, are you also Irish? No, right? Your accent is
Yeah,
not
English.
English. Yes.
Yeah.
I know you are Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's good. I did some awful things, and I'm sorry.
You personally came
But
over.
then I went on holiday to India.
And I think if you give us money, like if you put money into our economy,
I did.
we kind of forgive you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Thank you
Just
so
you
much.
specifically,
Thank
though.
you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a general rule.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that you're making that very clear.
I loved it. I
Yes,
loved it.
great.
Can I tell you what I did? I went to a silent ashram,
Wow.
which
God,
is
it
a
was so
terrible
good.
choice for me.
Yeah,
silent-
you've met.
Where was the silent ashram?
Kerala.
Oh, that's a beautiful place.
It's beautiful.
What
it
happened,
was beautiful.
Helen? Tell the actual story.
I think it might have been a cult.
Oh,
We
wait.
had to escape in the nighttime.
Did you go to Auroville?
Amma's ashram.
Okay, no, I don't know this one.
Okay, so she's the hugging girl.
I love that you're like, oh yeah, is it this cult? Is it this cult?
There's a few cults.
Yeah, sure. The white people go to the following cults. Go
Yes.
on.
This is the cult with clean toilets, so that has a lot of foreigners there.
Yeah,
This is the
they're
cult.
usually cleaning the toilets, right? That's the scam. They'll get you.
I was like, so I'd been there for like 2 months, right? And my friends had both left because they were like, we were going to fly back at this point. Whereas I was like, oh my God, I love it. And also it's like, I'm going to take your coaster from you. It's,
Lifting it right.
I like this is strong. I was like, okay, no, I'm going to stay because it's like cheaper than I thought. And I was like, I really, really love it here. And I was 19, I didn't know what I was doing all my life. So I was like, right, this will be good for me. This will be good for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, there's an ashram. And like, you know, when you're like traveling around, you just sort of like, you meet like loads of different people in hostels. And there were so many people who like, at that age, I thought were really cool, clearly had like very severe mental health problems. But when I was 19, I was like, they're so mysterious. And they all went to ashrams. And I was like, well, what is this amazing place? So I went to it. And everyone was like freaking out at the ashrams, like thousands of people there. And they're like, the guru's here tonight. And I was like, oh my God, the guru is sick. And then she hugs everyone.
What? Everyone?
Yeah, like literally you queue up to be hugged by her.
Ew.
And then you sleep in these like dorm rooms and then you have to be given work and they take your passport from you.
They
And
take
then-
your passport.
Yeah, so it was
Did you go to Dubai?
Yes! No way, no. And I was like,
That's what they do with the labor over there.
no.
Take their passport.
I was like, it was mad. It was just mad. And then there was another woman there who I met who arrived on the same day as me, and she was like, I'm fucking leaving. And I was like, I can't leave because we've got to wait for a bus on like the weekend or whatever. And it was like, I'd missed it. And then she was like, no, you leave with me. I've got a car. It's going to come and get me. And I got in that car and she went, the only thing is I'm going to a 5-star resort. And I was like, I'm a backpacker. I can't afford that. And she went, you can come with me. You just have to share a bed with me. And I was like, no stress. So I went with her and we went to this amazing Ayurvedic retreat.
Yes, okay.
Incredible.
So you went from one cult to another, basically. Is what
Basically,
happened
yes.
there? Well, I've never.
I had a wonderful time.
But was this Ayurvedic retreat full of massages and stuff?
Yeah, it was like she was doing like yoga every day and the Ayurvedic diet and everything like that.
There was no
And
hugging, right? Like a stranger was not.
I love that that's the
No.
part you're most offended by. You're like, but wait, no one tried to hug you, right? I'm like, I want my passport back. You're like, I want some personal space.
I had lots of hugs. It was nice.
Grim.
It just bothers.
I've never been to India, but when I was in hospital for OCD, they did exposure therapy where I didn't like to be touched in particular by men, and they made me. So that's something. And also, I've watched Indian Matchmaker.
Okay, that's enough exposure to.
Thank you so much.
That's a really a really colorful part of our culture.
It's wild.
It's
wild.
It's nuts.
It is really nuts, but I also do kind of want someone to look at a picture of my face and then tell me my future, specifically who I'm going to marry and how that marriage is going to go.
Yeah. They do
Wait,
that
just
a
to
lot.
check. It's not, I know you've talked about this before. Indian Matchmaker, they tell you your fortune?
They have like a lot of like facial reading or hand reading or star reading or like birth chart reading to predict the likelihood of a positive match.
Yeah.
With respect to one that has already been made by the matchmaker.
This
But people
is-
pay a lot of money for this, right?
Yes. So this is actually a part of I think the Hindu tradition.
It's incredible.
And they have like kundlis at birth, which is your like you have like a birth chart when you're born, and say if
It's
you
very
and
similar to
Yeah.
lesbianism. It's like, when were you born? Who was in the room? How do you feel about your mother? What day of the week was it? What
Yes.
moons were in the sky? It's that kind of. It's just.
And they
Shut the
match
fuck
it.
up. Stop.
Yeah.
yeah, and then they'll
Yeah.
be like, oh yeah, you guys are a good match, or you're a bad match.
Or if it's on Indian Matchmaking on Netflix, they're like, that girl wears jeans. No one would ever marry her. Yeah.
Why?
She's
got
a whore.
opinions.
No!
Yeah.
She's a whore who
Well,
wears
we've got
jeans.
a couple of whores in the room today. Fucking Andrew White.
Wait, neither of you are wearing jeans.
No, because
actually.
we're not
You're
whores.
saints. Little saints.
Just
Ladies
baby
wear
saints.
dresses.
Oh no, I'm the only one in the jeans.
You're the only out whore amongst us.
Good luck with your matchmaking journey. That's going to be a tricky one.
I never want to get married.
Good for you.
Never?
Thank you, ever.
Good for you.
If I propose to you right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what? That was so quick.
Because it's you're not a man, so it's fine.
Right?
Yes.
And I'm silly.
Yeah, you're kooky.
Yeah, but your definition of kooky makes me nervous.
Yeah, exactly. But also, kooky lesbianism, I loved it. You're not a man, so it's just a kooky marriage. A kooky marriage.
Yeah,
I like
sounds
it.
fun.
Oh, I want to get kooky married. Hey, I have a question. Because when I gig at home,
Yeah.
it's very different to when I gig here. Do you find a major distinction between how the audiences receive you?
Yes, and now my demographic has changed a little bit.
Say more.
So before I went to the Fringe and stuff,
Yeah.
it was a lot of Indians who saw me on YouTube and follow Indian stand-up scene.
Yeah.
And that's how we find each other,
Yeah.
audience and comics. We just put our stuff on YouTube and then they find us.
Yeah.
And now it's because of the Fringe thing. I have my demographic is
The
white.
Fringe thing, winning the newcomer award. At the
Yay!
because of the Fringe thing. I loved your video so much at Soho Theatre when you were like, and I won Best Newcomer, but that's not my fault. And I was like, yes,
That's not
so
my fault.
good. Okay, so now you have white people coming to the shows.
Yes, and they're lovely. And I don't have.
I'm waiting for the butt.
It's okay.
But they're like a little worried about laughing at things. And I'm like, rightly so. Maybe I would be offended if they were okay to laugh at some of the things I was
Oh,
saying.
interesting.
Right? It's like a catch-22 for both of them. Is that, did I say that
Yeah,
right? Is
you-
that
yeah.
is that
You
what a
nailed
catch-22
it.
is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so it's for like...
It's a
we're-
trap.
Yeah, it's a trap. But so what used to happen is there would be enough Indians in the room to start the laughter.
Give
and
them
then they'd be...
permission.
Yes. But now there's not enough Indians in the room. And I had 3 really bad shows, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And finally yesterday, Thursday, when there were some more Indians in the room and everyone was able to relax a little bit and start the laughter, the gig went really well. And I was like, okay, I don't have to kill myself.
No, but I get the feeling because you're like
Leave.
the wrong. It's like, oh my god, these people are coming. This will be
admin of
fun. And then you're just like, are you fucking? I've got the same thing when I have a thin audience. If everyone's thin, I'm like, for fuck's sake, this is going to take so long for them to be like, oh, we can laugh at this.
And it's like, why would I talk
Straight
about
people?
it?
Do you find that like you better with the queer audience?
No, I think straight people are pretty. I think mine's such a well-established thing that, like, I think they're used to it.
Or maybe you've worn them down over the years.
I think so. I genuinely think that is it. Exposure therapy.
I love that.
yes.
Instead of won them over, you've worn them down.
No, and you're dead right. I've just hacked away at it. But you're right.
I'm so
There
sorry,
were-
I meant one.
No, that was so perfect.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
No,
But I
you've worn
will
them.
say,
I'm sorry, my English is very bad.
Too fucking late.
and you're Russian now? Whoa, this girl.
That was a good Anastasia.
It was.
That was
so
a really good
So
Anastasia.
good. And no hablo español. Here's the thing. No, I did do a gig to 1,400 people in Brighton that was mainly straight, inexplicably, and they found me tough going, which was alarming. It was like they'd looked for, like, they were like, we've come for a night off from all that Brighton nonsense, and then I was like, hello. So sometimes it happens, but generally I think it's more that when I gig in Ireland, I get much more nervous because I think Irish people are very funny. And I think that they will,
But
like,
you're one of the very funny.
but they're so funny that you're like, for me to stop your conversations and interrupt with my own jokes for 20 minutes, I better be good. Like, in England, I don't feel that way. I'm like, I'm happy to interrupt your joke. And you weren't telling each other how you feel. I'm worried. So come on. And,
That's just a slam on all of us.
oh, yeah, sorry. And the other thing is that in the UK, if people interrupt me, they're usually insulting me, which I love because I don't love, but I can handle that. But in Ireland, they're interrupting usually with a funnier fucking story, which is so much more hurtful.
Okay, that's actually true.
They'll just be like, oh, I have a story like that. And then they'll tell a way better. And you're like, motherfucker, I spent hours on
That's
this.
just...
So
that's
is there
a
a
problem.
distinction here? Do people interrupt you or people engage with you in a different way?
No, so it's like, okay, you know what you said about this is actually quite true. Like, you know how you feel about Irish
Yeah.
people? I feel that way about Indians also.
Yeah.
Like, to live in India and to like, and also I'm really like, I'm one of the very privileged people in India. So it's like, if you don't have certain privileges, you better have a sense of humor or life is very hard.
Yeah.
So they are really fucking funny, and I'm also really nervous back home. The reason I'm not nervous here is not because I don't think people in UK aren't funny, but I just feel
No,
like...
it's okay. It's okay. we did shit to you guys. It's absolutely fine if you don't think our sense of humour's great. Compared to what we did, you're allowed to not enjoy our sense of humour. I think that's fine.
No,
Given the centuries of bloodshed.
You're kooky kooky stuff.
Fucking hell.
No, you guys are funny and so kooky, but it's more just that like I have a reverence.
We've got to get rid of the word kooky because I think contextually in this episode it doesn't count.
Go on, sorry.
No, so it's just that over here, I think they're just like, anything you say, we don't know anything about it.
Yes,
So they're curious, so I get their attention. But then I have the problem of I need enough brown people in the room to make it okay to laugh at things. But
Have you considered having a white queue and a brown queue just to let more brown people in?
So segregation.
I genuinely thought you guys would laugh earlier. And then you both went, "Oh, Catherine, that's..." And I'm like, Helen, yeah, I know, babe.
no, I was considering it.
Listen, something to think about. Something to think about.
I was like, 1 second, maybe I should release tickets to people based on color. And what if I had a minimum 50 brown people requirement?
I think that's a completely reasonable requirement.
People do that, don't they? I'm not like as far as like people's races, but like when you're doing those late night shows, apparently they send someone out before the show starts, like for like the Jimmy Kimmel sort of thing, and they pick people depending on how they look. That's so awful. They have like a sexy section and then like a fuggo section at the back, and then they're just all like, yeah, you can be section A. Oh no, we've section D, and then they're like at the back. So then when you watch it on TV, it's just like fit people like living in New York.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
So you could just sort of like, you could go out and be like, oh, you're invited to this section, but
invited
not
to
so
that
well.
Wow, that's so sweet. Or like to have your own comedy bands. I guess you could do like, I went to a wedding recently where you couldn't sit with your partner. You were split up with like strangers.
Oh, for fuck's
so maybe
sake.
you could split them up and just be like one and one and one and one.
That is a great idea. I could actually go out, find a couple of Indians, and then break them up, break the whites up, and put a few Indians like a sandwich, like a Oreo audience, and then just get buckets of
So
laughter.
I'd be in the middle.
Yes.
That's nice.
I think that would make everyone at Soho Theatre much more comfortable and be fine. It would be fine. Hey, so on this podcast, we, generally speaking, and I know that the only thing you really know about me is that I got my nipple pierced to prove a point.
I love that story so much. It's I haven't seen enough, I guess, but from whatever stand-up of yours I've seen, which is like I saw your hour, that was
that's
my
really kind of
favorite
you.
bit. I really loved it.
That's so kind.
It's so good.
You're the only person who's ever looked at me and said that that was relatable.
It was so relatable. I am so pathetic sometimes, and
You are my favourite person in the world.
I don't mean it.
You're so relatable. I'm so pathetic.
I
You didn't win them over. You wore them down. You are never changed.
But I'm really pathetic, and you're not. But when
Somebody
someone
went down to make a clip of that.
When
That was the happiest moment of my life.
Oh no, my English is very bad.
Stop it!
I'm bad English. I mean, sometimes I'm really sad, and everyone,
Let's all just take a breath.
I just want to say I feel seen by your stand-up.
Thank you. That's so kind of you.
I've never dumped anyone, and
Thank you.
I have low self-esteem. So when someone owns
We're so
up,
close.
No, it's all right. You're doing good, babe.
but when someone lets me into a slice of their life
Good stuff,
that's
Harald.
slightly sad,
Yeah.
Good stuff, Harald.
I feel seen.
Thank you so much for that. But also, I actually think that is what stand-up is. I am so sick of the I won stand-up. Have you seen these? Like, there's so much, like, it's such a trend in
I
stand-up.
hate
It's like,
it.
and then I won.
No, I
And
call
you're
it
like,
the Alan
oh.
Partridge stand-up, which is where you end every story with, needless to say, I had the last laugh.
I'm like,
Needless to say. Alan Partridge,
I don't.
I'm going to be sending you about 2 years worth of watching in clips on Instagram message within about 2 hours from now.
Okay.
And it's not like I think you'd like this. It's like please watch it.
Okay, I will.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I just really don't like I won stand-up.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're not being vulnerable and if you're not telling me something that people don't say, then what's the, like, did you just get on stage to be cool?
But don't tell me the time you were
Yeah.
wronged. Tell me the time you wronged someone.
Yes.
Tell me the worst thing you did.
Yes.
Be the villain. It's
Yes.
so much more entertaining
I'm
instead
the
of like.
idiot.
And then I realised I didn't need him, and it's like you probably did, love. Like you know.
Or
You're
like,
still talking
okay.
about it.
Yeah.
You're sad.
It's okay. You're still sad.
You'll
You
need
didn't
him
get over
forever.
it.
Well, anyway,
I'm
I
a
have a scar
huge
in my
fan.
tit from that. Thank you so much.
I want you to know. I'm so sorry.
You're so nice.
I really am. And
so nice.
me and another comic called Prashasti Singh. She does comedy in Hindi, so that's the only reason she's not here. She's extremely hilarious. We loved you. Then we went and told all the gals back home about you.
Oh,
That's so nice.
if you have a sudden surge of Indian girl comics
The
following you,
dream. The dream.
it's because of the nipple piercing story.
now you
God,
have to
so
go to
exciting.
Mumbai and do the gigs.
I
The
would
Soho
love to.
Theatre ones. Olga Koch did it and said it was amazing.
I would genuinely
Yeah.
love to. I don't know how I would fare in the sun.
It's a city. You're inside most of the time.
And
It's
Sing
crazy
TV
busy.
makes it sound like I would be able to eat exactly 0 things. But
Why? It's all vegetarian.
Oh yeah, but my tolerance for spices, nada.
There's loads of non-spicy food.
We'll get you. We'll get you everything you need.
Okay,
You'll
great.
be fine.
I'd love to.
Have a
I'd
dal
love-
makhani. Have a yeah. You'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll put you in the part of Mumbai that is tolerable in terms of like sun, and there's a lot of air conditioners.
I love that you keep saying we. Like I'm expecting a whole family to pick me up, and I'll be like, "Hi guys, I was waiting for
Take
you."
her to Elephanta Island.
Me, my
Is that a
mom, and
place?
my dad.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
The dream.
Yeah, we'll
That
take
would
you
be so
around.
nice. Okay, watch out. I'm genuinely gonna.
And
take
you can walk around with a parasol.
I knew that I was starting a sentence, and it was about half an hour ago, and and it was we'd give advice on this podcast.
Oh yes, I've heard the episodes. Yeah.
And my question is, what kind of advice giver are you?
Oh, I'm very serious. I really try to answer the problem.
Me too.
and
You're very
address it.
similar.
I'm sorry. I feel like you guys are really. Yeah.
No, you were
No, it's good to
No,
have balance.
I'm-
Do you have a Helen?
in my life.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think so.
Hello.
Yes, I think my sister is like you actually.
Is she really cool? And
She is so fucking cool.
Is she thriving?
And she's thriving, and all my friends like her better than me, and it really bothers me. But
So not the
she's-
Catherine.
I'm sorry. I think
Genuinely, what I was like, cool, pretty cool, and some of us are pathetic, and some of us are really cool. That's so sick.
I'm so sorry.
That's
I
so
like it. We're
nice.
sisters then. You're twins and we're sisters.
Yes.
Nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice. I like that.
You're just like my sister.
Am I?
No.
No.
And that's a compliment to you.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Wait, older, younger?
She's older.
Where are you in the family?
There's just the two of us.
Okay, how come she's not coming to the airport to pick me up?
She has 2 cats. She used to hang out with all the time,
Right, okay.
and so she doesn't like to leave them as much.
Okay, so she's sounding less cool than you originally
I've got a
said.
housemate that looks like a cat. So he does.
see that. I really
He
see
does.
that.
So we've got a lot in common.
You've got a lot in common.
Your sister and me.
I
Yeah.
also feel like you're really fun in the sense that I don't know you that well, but like, are you like the life of the party?
No.
No?
I just sit in the corner and cry.
She pretends to be the life of the party, then she gets to the party and she's like, I'm anxious. I'm a worrywart until you get a drink in me, and then I'll be the life of your party.
Everyone thinks I'd be the life of the party, but I
you're
just want to be
not?
at home alone,
Oh no.
watching films.
I mean, that's
know.
not bad actually.
I want to be in a pub with 2 friends,
Yeah.
and that's it. I don't want to be in a pub.
And you're the fun one then when you're
Yeah.
drunk.
Did you not sound so surprised?
I'm sorry.
And you're the fun one, is it? You'll be like,
I wouldn't say she's
like
the
the
fun one.
I feel like I'm projecting
sorry,
all
Alex
my
and Em, can
feelings
we
on
do-
Catherine.
We will
You're-
take a supercut of all of these slams,
oh,
please.
there will be. I'm no
And I
doubt
think
about
that
it.
would be a brilliant clip.
I'm
yeah.
just projecting. You
No,
know.
it's nice.
You're
it's
a different.
nice.
You are not me. You're another person.
Yeah, we're different.
How about you both look at each other and say together on the count of 3, we are not pathetic, we are cool. Ready? What?
Oh.
Look at each other, look at each other.
The 2 of us are like,
Ready?
oh, I don't want to lie to
Okay, okay, no, this is good for you. 1, 2, 3.
We
are not pathetic. We
We
are
are
cool.
Okay, now one more time, but where you
I
believe
can't
it.
again. I can't.
No.
That's enough. That's as much
It's
as you get
not.
from us.
I think like you're bullying us now. It feels like
I do that sometimes.
that's my sister, all right.
No, thank you. I don't know where your hand's been.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't. Don't
It
worry.
probably has. What did we talk about with touching the gas?
Smells great.
Fishy.
Yum.
Like a pasta bake.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry. Andrew, please, can we all just calm down and have a problem?
Yeah, let's have
Can we
a
have a
listener
listener problem? Can we
Yes.
please? Thank
Yes.
you.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to see your show. I'm so excited. Go on, Andrew.
Okay, this is from Kay,
Hi, Kay.
who, speaking of your show, Catherine, saw your last tour and has a problem about it. But not about your tour. Not about your tour. Sorry.
Can everybody get off my freaking
Poor
dick?
Catherine.
Stemming from your tour, a separate problem in their life. Sorry.
I was like,
I know. I'm
If
going to buy you a
somebody
cookie
writing
after
it-
this.
okay. I'm okay. Whoo, sorry.
You're the most beautiful, funny woman in the world.
Oh, behave yourself.
As are you.
You really are, though.
Behave yourself.
You're
Could she
gorgeous.
be the most
You can't sing it to both of
talented
us.
girls in the world? Yes, they
Oh,
are.
that's nice.
They're so beautiful, funny, and cute.
How insecure are we that we need you to sing? We're fucking loving it.
Not insecure, pathetic.
I love it.
What is wrong with... Oh, my God. Come on, Andrew. Give us the problem.
So this is from Kay.
Hi, Kay.
Kay says, "Hey, Catherine, Helen, Andrew, and Kay here. My partner, I, that is capital I, is a patron, and we came to see Catherine in Bristol recently.
Aw.
Brackets over a year ago.
Yeah, I was like, huh? Oh, the Bristol show was great.
There's another email from somebody else who was in the Bath show and apologised for the audience on your last tour. But
Oh,
Bristol,
dear.
a good one.
Oh my God, yeah. Ooh, Bath was... Now, Bath, to be fair, can I just explain what happened in Bath? Somebody
Not to
booked
put you off touring
me
in
in
the
a studio room, which is exactly the size I would do, but it was much bigger than expected. And I was upstairs while downstairs was Sandy Toksvig in the main room. And the main room is like 3,000 people. Sandy Toksvig is like, if you don't know, head of the gays in... head of the lesbians in London, and so, or in the UK, and so like a national treasure.
Oh.
I am a relatively unknown, formerly nipple pierced lesbian comedian. So it was like every lesbian in 100
West
mile,
Country.
yeah, was downstairs, and I was upstairs with 8 lads and 2 dogs, being like, "You want to see a tap dance?" It was fucking hell. It was
How
hell.
did the dogs get tickets?
Listen, I was just glad to have them. Smiling faces were just delightful. At least those were the only 2 bitches on my side. I was like, thank you. No, truly.
And the dogs are there going, I couldn't get into Sandy.
No, but
You booked the wrong one, Jeff.
no, it was a tough old night. So to be fair, so thank you to whoever that was. But go on, please tell us about Kay.
Yes, so Kay was in your show in Bristol.
Yeah.
And went there with their partner. So Kay is male, partner is female, both in the mid-20s. They've been together.
Kay is male, who's writing this. Partner is female.
Yeah.
Aye.
Both
yeah.
in their 20s.
They've been together for 5 years.
Right.
They fucking...
Ooh, my show was about a breakup after 5 years.
Oh
Go
yeah.
on.
Well, here we go. Maybe this is the problem.
Oh dear.
They loved your show. Was in
nice.
stitches the whole time. However, during your show, Catherine, you had a fantastic bit about proposals during lockdown. Yes.
Oh dear.
Do you want to just sort of give the context of that bit?
The context of the bit is that I talk quite a lot about a breakup, and then I say that I don't want the audience to pity me, because ultimately the people who should be most pitied and who are most pathetic and ultimately the most tragic outcomes from lockdown were the people who got engaged during lockdown, because that's pathetic.
So my partner proposed to me during lockdown.
It was always going to happen. It was going to happen.
It was so good.
It's okay. It's okay.
Um,
Because they're pathetic, not you. Not you.
my partner.
I agree. That is more pathetic than either of us.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
That is
yeah,
desperate.
Yeah, we're fine. We don't even want to get married unless it's kooky married.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's right. We're not proposing to anyone in the lockdown.
Yeah, we're fine. How
So-
are your sister's cats? Are they good?
They're
Keeping
fine.
her company?
You're sweet.
Great. Go on.
so my
This is so bleak.
Okay, so he proposed to her.
She proposed
proposed
to
to
him.
him.
They're both
Ooh, very
bisexual.
modern.
Bisexual woman, bisexual man.
I love that you added that as the explanation. It's not just that she proposed to him. It's like because they're
Oh, no,
both
sorry.
bisexual.
It's context for later. Isn't
Okay,
it?
it's good to know. Yeah.
Catherine's bit of comedy threw my partner into such a spin that we spent a good 45 minutes after the show talking about whether our relationship was valid.
Oh my God, Catherine.
My partner is still
It's not my fault.
Catherine Mary Joseph Bohart.
My partner is still in the closet and has lots of complicated feelings about being with a man despite her sexuality. My question is this: is my partner being thrown into questioning our relationship this much based on stand-up a big red flag? Should I be worried? Love the show and the podcast so damn much. Please solve this problem for me. I'm in turmoil. From Kay.
She's been in turmoil for a
For a
year.
year.
Quick, stop. We need to check our emails more. Wow.
This is not on you. That's a very funny bit of stand-up,
Yeah.
which they've then taken literally.
What do you... Well, no, I do... Yeah, yes, and do you think it's a red flag that he was so concerned afterwards that he was like, our relationship's maybe not valid?
Yeah, no, she was concerned, right?
Sorry,
She
my apologies.
proposed.
Wow.
Yeah.
I cannot keep up with these bisexuals. She proposed again. Wow. What a world we live in. Well, they'll have statues that are women next. So wait.
No, in a hurry though. We won't be happy with it. My nose doesn't look right.
Okay, so she's worried about being with a man. Okay, so what do you think?
I think it's a red flag that she's so concerned based on a because otherwise if she was confident in her decision, she'd just be like, ha ha, I guess we're pathetic, love you. Mwah, mwah. But like she's questioning everything.
Yeah.
So she already had the seed of doubt that you watered with your jokes. And there's a big plant of I should stop this analogy.
No, that was I was
me
loving
and my
it.
joke order are loving it. I'll never say that again.
So the seed of doubt
seed.
was there, and she came to the gig with her seed.
Yeah.
And Catherine was talking
Yeah.
whilst watering the plant.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the
Were they in
gig,
the front row?
and an hour later, they had a little seedling, and then it's grown into a little tree.
A big, strong tree of doubt.
Type of tree, like an oak.
I was thinking more of like a palm tree because I'm used to
That's
seeing
nice.
those a lot.
Yeah, that's
It's
nice.
very tall.
So they are.
Cultural communication. Beautiful, guys.
With the coconut on the top.
With coconut.
That's nice.
Laden with fear. And sadness.
Oh my goodness.
That's such a sad coconut. What's it going to do when it falls down?
Kill someone, Catherine.
Good God, kill their relationship. Here's my question. Here's my thoughts even on the question. It's I think that you've said what the actual issue is, which is that she has complicated feelings about being with a man when she's bi and maybe hasn't explored that part of herself. But I think that that's a really shit thing to put on you after proposing to you. It's like, propose and mean it, or don't propose. Like, it's absolutely fine to be like, I want to explore this part of my sexuality, but I do think it's quite hurtful to your partner to be like
Yeah, because it's really like, I love you so much that I'm making an exception for you.
yeah,
It's not you're not doing me a favor.
yeah, and also like, if you're bi, you're into everybody. Like, so I don't really understand I mean, if you want to explore, that's fine. Like, you can't. That is a valid thing, but you can't be like, I'm marrying you, but just so you know, it's costing me this experience.
Yes.
It's like, that's all. Like, all proposals and marriages are like, all relationships are an agreement to give up other people, or like to whatever degree that is. But I definitely think it is a red flag.
I think
Sorry
it's time to get the
say.
axe and chop down that palm tree.
See what's inside it. Count the rings, baby.
Count the rings. That's what I would do.
Count the rings. But I feel bad saying this because maybe they figured it out and maybe she apologized. And I think it's something you could definitely come back from. Like, she could be like, shit, yikes, that was not about you. It was about this.
But also know that that's not uncommon. I've had a lot of different people say, like, after they get engaged, like, all of these questions come up in your mind.
Good
and
point.
like it's just very common, in the same way that, like, you know, a lot of women think they want to have babies, they get pregnant and they start questioning, do I want to have a baby? Like, it's like when something gets sort of set, then you just start spiraling. So that's okay to question things.
That's
no one's
actually a very generous-
certain, no one's sure.
That's actually a really generous and true thing to say, actually. Having just agreed to move in with my partner, we were doing great, and then we moved in, or I said we'd move in, and I was suddenly like, oh my God, this is so panic-inducing.
Yeah, but it's normal.
Yeah, and maybe actually...
Remember when you cut that fringe?
Yeah, and it's gone now, thank God. God, I have to clip it every day. But I think the other thing
You
is, like...
look nice in a fringe.
Oh,
And
the
she
answer
looked
is,
gorgeous.
I don't.
No, she did. She looked gorgeous. But
Don't
you were
lie.
so sure you wanted it, and then as soon as you got it, you were like, I don't know anymore.
It was awful. It was awful. Curly hair and a fringe is a difficult battle.
Right.
She looked like a porcelain doll.
Which isn't exactly what you're going for at 34. You know what I mean? You're not like, let me look like a little doll.
That's
you're
cute.
like, yeah, say I wearing another Peter Pan
Yeah.
collar. Do you like my pretty pink dress? But I think maybe a more generous thing to say is actually that if it is normal, and you're probably right, it is. I'm glad. Well, look at you being the sensible one this time. Maybe there are ways to support your partner to make her feel more validated in her bisexuality that don't involve her having to have sex with women. Like, go to Pride with her, or go to queer nights with her, or like encourage her to go to queer things without you. Whatever feels like the most.
Watch the L
supportive.
Word.
Ooh, watch the L Word. Don't mind if you do.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard good
You'd
things.
love it.
I know.
Free porn, baby.
I know, but I just cannot get into a series that's like that long.
It's not that long. It ended too soon.
How many episodes is it? Like 100?
I just gave away my DVDs to a charity shop. What a shame.
I wasn't going to watch them on DVD.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I just gave away my DVDs to a charity shop. How are you ever going to see this TV show that's available on all the streaming services? It's inaccessible.
Well, fine. I hope somebody who appreciates them buys them from the charity shop.
I'm sure they will.
Hey, where can people see you? Where can they find you? What is your show about when they want to come see you on tour? Tell us a little bit about your show.
Okay, so my show is called Oh No, and it's about...
It's called Oh No.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes, I love it.
Thank you. It's about my childhood and
It's about your childhood. It's called Oh No.
Yes. So it was not the best childhood. It's about therapy, and then I read a bit of my diary. Yes, please. Yes, and it's...
What age were you when you started writing a diary?
I think I was probably in the 2nd grade. So I was, I guess, 7.
Yeah.
7. Yeah.
7. Amazing.
7.
Okay.
And I have them, like, I have all my diaries up to the age of, like, 19, 20. So
Wow.
I have...
That is a commitment to diary writing.
Wow.
You know, or, like, I didn't have friends, so I was...
Oh no.
No, I actually had a lot of friends, but
Okay.
they were just so immature. So I would just write in my diary.
Oh my God, we finally got a Catherine in.
We did. We got a Catherine. And I was thinking about what a Catherine is the other day, and it's just a worried gal.
Yes.
I feel like we all came out of the womb being like, everything okay out there? Everything all right? How's everyone feeling? Are we
Oh,
good? Should I come out?
baby.
Should I come out now?
That's so
Worried
true.
is the vibe.
Yes.
Okay, so you you read your diary, you talk about your childhood.
Yes.
My little
but it's
worried girls, what are we going to do with you two?
Nothing. You can worry about us, I guess.
Okay.
But, you know, that's
We're fine.
That's what
Do you
we
just
do.
need, like, what do you need, tea and blankets? Are you okay?
I think we need therapy and
Yeah.
You're both in
more
therapy then?
And
therapy.
strong sedatives.
Well, you've got melatonin gummies now.
And I've got antidepressants.
Good.
I have melatonin and CBD. Keep dropping that oil in the back of my tongue.
Okay, good.
Just,
You're doing
you know.
well.
Your mom
Yeah.
had it going in your eyes, so I was really worried. I was like, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to
Any
go.
pore that can absorb.
Super mellow eyeballs. Super mellow. Just chilled.
Yeah, I'm super chill.
Yeah,
Oh.
and you seem it.
Thank you.
You really do.
You seem really relaxed
Thank
today
you so
as well.
much. Is everyone good?
I just recommend propanol for both of you, but it's up to you guys, okay?
And that's how drugs should be given out on
Yeah.
recommendations from a
On
friend.
me being like, I think they work great for me.
Sorry, tell us a bit more.
Please
about
tell us
your
about the tour.
So I'm touring from 23rd Jan to 7th Feb, and I'm in Soho Theatre from 8th Jan to 20th Jan, and you can find all the tickets on my Instagram, which is at UROOJ ASHFAQ. It's in the link in my bio and on Soho Theatre's website.
Amazing.
And I'm really excited
Are
about
there
the
tickets
show.
left for Soho Theatre in January?
Yes, but you didn't have to get a ticket.
I'm going to come.
We're coming.
Yes, it's
We're
just fine.
coming.
We'll go together. This
I
is
love
perfect.
that.
Because I
That
couldn't
makes
go
me
this
really
week.
happy.
Okay, amazing. I'm excited.
That's really exciting. Yes,
Yay.
please. That'd be amazing.
And we'll bring 2 brown people with us as well to balance out the room. I know you don't want both of us coming with that.
I think we actually have to bring 3 for the numbers to be right.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, just that we want more Indians.
Okay,
friends.
no worries. No worries. We can do that. We can do that. We can do that.
Yeah.
That'll be really nice.
That's so helpful.
And we'll sit like alternately,
Yes.
like you said. Yeah.
And just don't be afraid to laugh at things. It's like, you know, like you said, like, you know, when you have like people who are like, oh, they're not going to laugh at this. It's like, why would I talk about it on stage if I'm not ready
I don't
for
think
people
it's
to
funny,
laugh
yeah.
at it? Yeah.
Well, some people think that when you make a joke on stage, you mean to ruin their engagement. So, like, sometimes it just takes a little persuasion that it's a joke.
that's true.
All of this
actually.
to say, buy tickets. Go see UROOJ.
Please
follow
do.
her online. Listen to everything she ever's done.
Check out her clips
Watch
on YouTube.
everything she's ever done on YouTube. Like every single video. Subscribe.
Send her clips of Alan Partridge.
Send her clips of Alan Partridge. Share everything she's ever done into your stories with slogans like #Slay and #Queen. And then, once you've done all of that, you can follow me and Catherine and TrustyHogs on Instagram. Thank you very much. Good night, goodbye, good afternoon, good morning.
Bye.
Oh, hello. Thank you so much to our executive producers. Wow, you guys give so much support and we genuinely couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. While you sip coffee from your executive producer mug, let us say thank you to Guy Goodman, Simon Morris, Mary Fox, Annie Tonner, Sarah Deakin, Oliver Jago, Anthony Conway and Matthew Thomas.
And thank you to our producers as you sip out of your producer mugs, which is also a thing. Don't spill it. If you already have, you have. Thank you to Richard Bicknell, Elle, Richard Bold, Neil Redmond, Victoria Hutchison, Harald van Dijk, Tim and Dom, David Walker, Rachel R, Sadie Cashmore, Claire Owen-Jones, Jess Nick, Zoe, Sarah and Molly, Raia Fink, Cordelia, Rachel Page, Helen A, Tina Lindsay, Graham Marsh, Amy O'Riordan, Abbie
Legends.
Worf. Legends.
All of you,
All
legends.
Kie Web, Matt Sims, Luke Bright, Leah, Kate Spencer, that's one person. Tristan, Liz Fort, Taz, Chloe, Becky Fox, Emily G, Dean Michael, Glenys Wood, Stefanie Catracchia, Sophie Chivers, Mark, Anthony, Carey Seuthe. We haven't quite figured that one out yet. And Charley A. Carey, let us know. God bless. Amen.